Hey guys, Josh here with another Acer Predator training room video. League of Legends is a competitive game with lots of different ways to play it. Loads of playstyles, roles, champions. Today I want to help you find what suits you best, what you're good at, so you can grind the solo queue ladder in the most sustainable way possible. In the past, I've put off making a video like this one because I viewed it as too much of a beginner's topic, but I'm constantly astounded by the amount of players in even Diamond and beyond who still don't really get this. You'd be surprised at how many people play ranked without having a firm grasp on what their personal strengths and weaknesses are, sometimes without even knowing it, as upon reflection, this is often a core reason for lacking a sense of enjoyment with League or any actual satisfaction when you play ranked. Critically thinking about yourself or any form of self-reflection can be a bit tricky, so that's what I want to help you with today. So let's start with the big picture stuff. What role should you play? The answer to that question is very simple. What role do you enjoy playing the most? It's always the most important thing to consider when choosing your role, as playing something you enjoy allows you to really hone and practice your skills without burning out. It gives you a better chance of enjoying your games even when you don't win, and it reduces just how easy you're likely to go on tilt. Your choice of role will never hold you back either. You can climb on literally anything. So how do you find out what role you enjoy playing the most? Well, the first obvious answer is try out all the roles and see what you have the most fun playing. Of course, that is the most important answer, but it's a bit too easy. So let's talk a bit about play styles in League, which will help you identify the type of player you are, and then you can see what lane would suit you best. I've gone and created 3 sliders with opposite ends that should cover all bases for your playstyle. Early or scaling, strategic or mechanical, and team player or carry. Where on the sliders do you fall? Let's take a look at some examples. Say you prefer lane phases that are uneventful so you can pop off later on. You get more enjoyment from being mechanically focused, and you're much more interested in playing for yourself than your team. Then perhaps the creative carries would interest you. People like Xayah, Twitch, Kai'Sa, and so on. Maybe a mid laner like Kassadin or Azir. Perhaps you're exactly like we just mentioned, but you're somewhere in the middle between a team player and a carry. Maybe Asher or Jhin in the bot lane, maybe Orianna mid. Say you're the complete opposite of what we said. You prefer the early game, you're more strategically minded than mechanical, and you love being a team player. Then what about playing in the jungle? Strong ganker like Jarvan, maybe a tanky Gragas. How about a heavy roamer like Talon mid? What if you're these things but more carry focused and team focused? Maybe Udyr jungle or LeBlanc mid. Maybe you prefer a timid lane phase. Enjoy both the strategical and mechanical side of things, and you also enjoy being a carry. If you're a top, Irelia mid, or Yasuo in either top or mid might suit you. If you're way more interested in team play and less mechanical choices, then a tanky top like Sion or a mid laner like Galio or Lissandra would be good options. I think you guys get the idea. Since these training room videos aren't aimed at pure beginners, I'm going to assume you have a decent understanding of what champions in League are and what they do, so I won't go into mega detail and list out every possible example. And obviously these sliders aren't perfect, but it should put you on the right path of finding what you really enjoy, and that's the gold mine, because you will become good at something you enjoy, because you will be more willing to put in the effort to get good at it. So if you use those sliders, find a champion, give it a pop, and kind of go from there. And lastly, very importantly regarding these sliders, you can find a champion that suits you, but not necessarily in a role you enjoy. Say for example, you found Gragas and you really enjoy playing that champion, but you just hate playing the jungle. Well, don't be afraid to take it into a different lane, play it in a different role. In this example, Gragas himself is actually a pretty meta top laner as a tank and in that support role too, but even if you want to play him like AP mid, that's totally fine. Especially in those off meta scenarios, let's take that mid laner for example. You don't really see Gragas mid that much, you're certainly not going to see him in pro play, but off meta in solo queue, as long as it's not to like some crazy extent, that's not going to hold you back either. The disadvantage that you get from playing something in a suboptimal role or that doesn't totally fit the meta will be matched, if not exceeded, by the advantage that you get from playing something you're really keen and comfortable with, and something the enemies won't be expecting or know how to play against. Either way, that's all we're going to say for today's video. I hope that you go out there and find what you're good at and what you enjoy. That's the stuff you should be playing. And I hope that this video has at least told you that it's okay to not just slave away at the meta and slowly lose your sanity. Have a good day, guys, and I'll see you in the next Acer Predator Training Room video.